Hi everyone. So we're gonna do Earth signs for November. It is a little bit early, but not really. We're close to the month of November. I'm seeing more of a tendency to be air signs, the Earth signs. I'm seeing them very grounded as far as money. I'm seeing them very grounded as far as paper, meaning legal documents. I'm seeing them grounded with travel also. So when I'm seeing all this come through for November for the earth signs, I'm seeing there's a go through to like a go to go or a green light for these signs. When they happen so fast that they can't even believe it. It's like as soon as that piece of paper is in front of them, they say, I got it. And I run right with it. And all of a sudden, that money just comes in. They're really good manifestors. They're really grounded in reality. They're really happy as everything came through. And they can't understand how well it was when they waited so long. There's something that they've been waiting for it to come to fruition for years, like years like up to like 25 years. There's something on the horizon that you can't believe it comes through, but it's spelled THRU. So with that, let's look at I'm being drawn all over the place with them. I'm seeing them running right now. I'm seeing the Literary Witches Tarot. All right. I'm seeing a good Christmas. I'm seeing the fir trees. I'm seeing the cat, and it is not what they wanted. I'm seeing a wolf, a coyote come through. I'm also seeing a turtle. Those are like totems for these people. When they see it, they can't even believe it. It was so fated for them. They didn't even believe it was what they were waiting for. It was something of a type of get together. When I see the white dress, it's not a marriage, but it was a type of get together over the last 8 months that really decided that I hate to say it, working from home was best, even though there's a huge discussion with getting rid of remote working, because there's a type of mastery that comes in and says, yes, it truly is. Because when I see this, I see health. I also see some sort of like toxicity of energy. I do see something as residual. I see remnant a lot of how things should go. When I see the teacup, I see that it is something hard and harsh. I see them like sipping a cup of tea that you can't understand how it goes. They're like, was I daydreaming when I heard this at breakfast and having a cup of coffee, a cup of tea? I can't believe it's right there. But here it is. It's I. I'm seeing IE, I'm seeing I and AYE. This is something of soul work, like true work that this person is supposed to be doing, the earth signs. Is something they've done before. It could have been in this life or next life, and I'm like, next life, where is that coming from? But when I look at the glove, it is a go for it to go because it's going to go now, go fast. There's something about a fortress. I'm seeing guarded. I'm seeing the wildflowers and I'm seeing how it's related out here where I am in Connecticut. And I'm seeing how it goes. And yes, my accent does fluctuate. It all depends really hard. So when it happens, You can't even believe it. So today is just one of those days where I'm just not right. Family. You have to stick with family. Justice. When I'm seeing what is about to happen with the earth signs, I don't see anger. I see patience of a push through. I do see a lot of things that should and should not happen. This is quiet growth that's been happening. They've been sitting and watching the earth signs so hard you can't even cry when they sign the paper. Rebellion, I don't see rebellion at all, but I see a stoic nature in them. And no, I do not have anyone speaking through me. The cat, here it is, the cat, untamed ventures, untamed ventures. Belonging. This is where the earth signs belong. It's going to come in hard in November. It came in earlier. I'm seeing it was supposed to be at the end of the year. It comes in harder and faster. It's meant to be a mystery in November. That's all that keeps coming through in November. You're not to know what comes through. You're not to say no to it. You're not to knock it out. You're not to do anything. You're not to know about it until it's in front of you. So when I see this, it is a little bit of wit from the universe. I see it is a little bit fun, but I don't know why I'm looking at this and grotesque. It's not blood or gore. The situation is called nary. Nary is an old term where you can't get anything done because you have to litigate and mitigate exactly whatever paper comes through and a knock on the door. So when you see the noose for me is not a literal hanging, it is a carry out and a carry on. There's some sort of loss. I don't see monetary, I just see the energy. Healing. There's a form of healing that must go on. This is about a type of freedom for these earth signs to get it, D-U-N-E, because this is part of their story over the last, I see 25, 35 to 135 years. It is so hard. It is so minuscule with that hedgehog. You literally carry something so small. You walk in and say, Yup, here it is. We've been saying it. The wings go, No, you can't do it at all. Not at all. Don't take flight. Don't worry. You have to do it. The future is foretold in something that would do a do. They would do a do. Rabbit, quiet listening. That's all you need to do. Earth signs. Cobwebs. I see cobwebs. You can't even believe it at all. Now, with that being said, let's look at the Light Seers Tarot. This popped out, the Ace of Pentacles. It is a new opportunity for money, but I also saw this. There's some sort of loss. There's guarding. There's heavy guarding. You can't even believe it. When I see this, I see you're not to see when it happens. The Seven of Wands goes, don't worry about it. It's going to be heavily guarded. Whatever is coming through, it's to be an ending of something because they're tired of something. But then I don't see war either. I see the Page of Wands come in and I say, it's not harsh, flighty, but it's something where they're like just highly imprudent because they didn't get the message. It's going to cause something come through for these signs, the Tower moment. The Queen of Cups in reverse means they're not in tune. All of a sudden, they just see it and they say, yep, I already know what I got to do. Now, with that being said, just a couple of runes, and that is all the earth signs need to know. It could be a follow-up video for the middle, like I have been doing for November. You're just not to know it. I just can't even explain. You're just not to know what it is. So with that, I already got redirection and mediumship. Earth signs, you're not to NO it, and it is a female, and she's in about from 1800s, at least around here. She says more from the south, but you can't say no. You do know about it, but you can't cry when it is appearing to you. So when I see this, surrender to the sweetness that comes in November. There is a bit of micromanaging. Start settling down now. There's something that is presented as conflict and it is angering, but the earth signs are going to be the ones looking at kind of at the side angle and saying, uh-huh, uh-huh, okay, thank you. And then when you see it, you go, there is something about these guys by the end of November that says, yep, I already know. Right now, if you're seeing this October 22nd, try to rest as much as possible. You just don't know at all. Because when you look at it, you're gonna have to say yes to that change. It's a jump in effect. It is a wild card presentation, and you have to decide what is true and what is not. So with that being said, that's all I have to do with the earth signs for November. I do feel there is a mid check-in for November for our zodiac signs, but that's all that I have to do. With that being said, that's all I've got. Have a good night and we'll talk to you soon.